Hello and welcome everyone to this presentation. If you can see me and hear me, please drop me a 777 in the chat box and I'll make a start now. Thank you, Blessing. So my name is Dr. Jav. I'm a Forex and cryptocurrency trader. Thank you, Raj. I've been trading now for up to 5 years, both Forex and also cryptocurrencies. And I also trade indices as well. Now, during this presentation, I'm going to show you how to get started trading the largest and most liquid currency markets in the world. Now, just to make it clear from the outset, you will not become an expert trader at the end of this presentation. Trading is not something that takes 2 minutes to learn. With our guidance and mentorship, we can help you become very, very successful traders. However, this presentation is probably going to be about 30 to 40 minutes long. And during this presentation, I'll give you everything you need. I'll give you a toolkit that you can walk away and start trading using from day one. Now, our system is a learn and earn system. And like I said before, I've been using this system myself for several years. And as I talk, I will also pull up my presentation just to add a little bit of structure to this presentation. If you can see my screen, again, please drop me a 777 in the chat box and then I can continue. Okay, so again, my name is Dr. Jav. I've been trading for up to 5 years in the currency markets. Now, if you look at this slide here, this is actually the cash flow quadrant. And going back, I'd say over 2 decades now, I was actually working in corporate. So a little bit about myself before I continue. I was of the, well, it was actually ingrained in me from a very, very young age that I need to study hard, go to university, get good grades, and get a good job. And that's what I did. I went to university for a very, very long time. I have a master's, a PhD from a top university in the UK, and also an MBA. Now, even after all that training, after all that schooling, although I was earning a very, very good income in the city of London as a consultant, I was working 70 to 80 hours a week. So every single day, Monday to Friday, sometimes the weekend, I had to work. I had to travel quite a lot. So I spent a lot of time in France, in Germany, and effectively 70 to 80 hours a week for the income that I was earning. Now, that's when I decided that perhaps this kind of life was not for me. However, prior to that, I had already actually resigned from my first job. And when I resigned from that first job, I decided to go to Australia for a few weeks. And I went to the airport, Heathrow Airport, looking through the books in W.H. Smith, and I came across the book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Now, if you don't have a pen and paper with you at the moment, please go and get yourself a pen and paper. Take notes, because note takers are money makers. I'll just give you an opportunity to get yourself a pen and paper so you can take as many notes as you like and ask questions during this presentation or even after this presentation that either myself or my team can answer for you. So going back to the airport at Heathrow, once I'd resigned from my corporate job, I bought the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Now, I actually read that entire book during my journey to Australia, and it changed my way of thinking. Prior to reading that book, I was very much of the corporate mentality, whereby I thought that you had to work very, very hard in the corporate workplace to get ahead. However, I don't know if you know this or not, but corporate structure is so designed that it's those that are more political that get ahead. You don't have to, even if you're not the most intelligent person, you can still be a senior director of a company if you're the most political person. And that's how corporate works. And also the way the corporate structure is designed is to retain you as a slave to the system for the rest of your life. So if you look at this pie chart, you will notice that 95% of the world population are broke. 95% of the world population of 7.8 billion, which comes to around 4 billion, give and take, people in this world are broke. They have more month at the end of the money every single month. And that equation has been present for donkey's years, since the beginning of time. 5% of the world population, which is made up of business owners and investors, earn more than 95% collectively. It's the 5% that are financially free, and that's what we are today. Financial freedom to us means that we can work we don't have to work every single day, and if we need to work, we can work from anywhere in the world. Financial freedom comes to you if you're an investor or business owner. And again, it's 5% of the world population that are effectively within this small segment of the pie chart. Now, through Forex trading, we actually teach you and show you how you can become that 5%. We have at this moment over 200,000 students all over the world, and many of them are now financially free. And foreign exchange is one way that will allow you to become financially free. Now, again, going back a few years, a wise man once told me that if you want to be financially free, if you want to have more money at the end of the month, number one, you should not be an employee. An employee is someone who works for somebody else in a job, JOB, which stands for just on broke. If you want to be financially free, your job will not help you get there. The wise man told me that I need to be looking at 3 things to become financially free and extremely wealthy. He mentioned financial services, and Forex is within the financial services industry. He mentioned e-commerce and also real estate or property investing. Now, so in my career as an entrepreneur, so once I left the corporate world, I actually became a property millionaire in my early 30s. And then after a few years, I started trading the markets. Now, again, my journey has not been easy. I've been through the pitfalls of running my own businesses, but the biggest challenge I had personally was that I had to get out of the corporate mindset. And mindset is so important, not just for this business, but also when you're trading the markets, emotions come into play. So your mindset has to be in the right place. Now, I don't know if you know this, but $6.6 trillion or up to $6.6 trillion are exchanged in foreign exchange every single day. If you don't know what $1 trillion is, $1 trillion is a 1 with 12 zeros in front of it. So it's a very big number. Now, we have a system known as Learn and Earn, which means that you can effectively start earning an income from foreign exchange from day one. You can start earning an income from day one in foreign exchange using our Learn and Earn system. And we have a system whereby we give you not just the mentorship and training on how to become an adept foreign exchange trader, but also we provide you with signals and trading ideas every single day. A signal or trading idea is basically a trade that you can copy and paste onto your phone, and you don't have to put any thinking behind it. Now, obviously, the way we work is that we want to give you the wheelbarrow and spade so that you can go away and become an independent trader. We do not copy trade. We will not trade for you. We would rather give you the education, the mentorship on a daily basis so you can become a trader yourself. And that is our Learn and Earn system. And when it comes to trading, there are many ways that you can trade. Foreign exchange is a 24-hour-a-day, 5-day-a-week market. So you can trade Monday to Friday. In the case of cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, and I'll come on to that in a few minutes, you can trade 7 days a week from Monday to Sunday inclusive. Now, there are many different types of trading styles that traders adopt. For example, you can be scalping the market, you can be a day trader, you can swing trade, or you can position trade. Scalping the market basically means that you're coming in and out of trades every few seconds or every few minutes. So it's a very quick fire way of trading, and we have a lot of people and a lot of success through the scalping system. We actually have bespoke software that teaches you and shows you and provides you with trading ideas in scalping. And this system is known as Vibrator, and we'll do a demonstration of that system during this presentation later on. We also have many students. I call everybody students. I'm a student as well. Many students who are day traders. So day traders do not hold overnight trades. So you place your trade perhaps in the morning and you will exit that trade later on in the day. We also have swing traders. I like to swing trade as well. A swing trader is someone who trades over several days or weeks. So perhaps you would open up a trade today and let it run until maybe the end of next week or the week after. Those people are termed as swing traders, and we have many students, many people that trade with us who are also swing traders. We also have position traders. Now, position traders hold their trades for longer than weeks, maybe it could be months or even years. When it comes to trading cryptocurrency, we don't just trade cryptocurrency, but we also hodl, which you could sort of say is a type of position trading. When it comes to hodling, you can hold your trade for weeks, for months, for years, waiting for the market to shoot up or down, depending on whether you have a long or short position in that trade, and then you would exit that trade after that period of time. So we have different types of traders who trade with us, and the type of trader that you are will come to you during the trading sessions. So depending on your lifestyle, how you trade, the type of trader that you want to become, we will help you and mentor you to become that type of trader based on your individual lifestyle. Now, again, the amazing thing about trading the foreign exchange market is that you do not have to use all of your own money to trade. We have a system known as leverage, whereby the broker lends you money to trade, so you can trade a much bigger pot than otherwise. So just to give you an example, just say you have £1,000 in your trading account, you can effectively trade as if you had £100,000 or £1 million, depending on the leverage that you choose. It's very, very much a similar system to that system of buying a house with a deposit and a mortgage. So you put down an X amount, the bank will put down the rest, and you trade on that larger pot. And that is a system known as leverage, and we use leverage to trade the markets at a much higher level, which means that your profits can be much higher than otherwise. Now, obviously, your losses can be high as well, but again, because we have a system whereby we choose a variable known as a lot size to manage your risk. So the lower the lot size you choose in your trades, the less exposed you are to the market. The higher the lot size, the more exposed you are to the market. And again, this is something that we teach you through our mentorship. Our mentorship is initially online, but also we have sessions very much like I'm speaking to you now every single day. So we do many of these sessions through Zoom and through the software that you're using at the moment to mentor you. So you can actually trade live with a multi-millionaire trader every single day. So our trades are placed live on a Zoom call, very much like this, and all you have to do is copy what we're doing, look at how we analyze the markets, and over a period of time, you will be able to do this independently. Now, when it comes to digital currencies, digital currency is a huge market at the moment, and going back to 2009, when it was Bitcoin that first came out, the price of one Bitcoin was in the region of 10 cents. In 2009, when Bitcoin was conceived, the price of one Bitcoin was around 10 cents or 10p if you're based in the UK. In December 2017, the price of Bitcoin, as many of you know, hit the ATH all-time high of $20,000. In 2017, December 2017, one Bitcoin was worth around $20,000. Many, many people that bought Bitcoin in the early days, when the price was 10 cents to maybe a couple $100, many of those people that bought many, many Bitcoins then and sold out at the ATH all-time high became millionaires just by hodling or holding on to one cryptocurrency. At the moment, as we speak, there's in the region of 5,000 plus cryptocurrencies in the market, and you can trade all of those cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin is the largest cryptocurrency in the market, and I primarily like to trade Bitcoin. It's the largest in the market, it's the most stable in my opinion, and it's been around for a long, long time. Now, the current price of Bitcoin is in the region of $8,000 to $9,000. We've just had something known as Bitcoin halving, and Bitcoin halving occurred, I think it was 11 May 2020. So last month, Bitcoin halving occurred. Now, Bitcoin halving is basically when the supply of Bitcoin to the market is halved. Prior to Bitcoin halving occurring this year, 25 Bitcoins were produced. So 12.5 Bitcoins were produced every 10 minutes. And again, in 2016, prior to that, 25 Bitcoins were produced every 10 minutes. At the moment, after Bitcoin halving on 11 May 2020, that number has come down to 6.25. So 6.25 Bitcoins are mined or produced every 10 minutes at the moment. So what does that mean to the end user, people like you and me? Basically, it means that fewer Bitcoins are hitting the marketplace. When the supply comes down, demand will naturally go up, and the price will also naturally go up. And that's what we saw in 2017 after Bitcoin halving in 2016. At the moment, the price of Bitcoin is in the region of $8,000 to $9,000. we are expecting a similar growth pattern, excuse me, to what occurred in 2017 to occur with Bitcoin towards the middle and tail end of next year. So by the end of 2022, 2023, we are expecting the price of Bitcoin based on this simple economic principle to hit six figures. When I'm talking six figures, I'm talking $100,000 plus one Bitcoin in about 2 to 3 years from today. If you were to buy one Bitcoin today, hold on to it, and then sell in about 2 or 3 years' time, you'll be looking at a profit of around $100,000 minimum. If you were to trade that one Bitcoin, 2 to 3 years from today, you could be sitting on 3 Bitcoins. You can do the math. 3 times 100,000 is $300,000 minimum as a profit if you were to trade up on one Bitcoin. You do not have to buy a whole Bitcoin. You can buy a fraction of a Bitcoin known as a Satoshi. And again, you can trade that up and compound your profit. And that's why we're here. We teach you and show you how to trade cryptocurrencies and not just hold on to them, as many people do. We will also show you how to trade and compound your cryptocurrency so that 3 years from today, you don't just have the one Bitcoin, you have several Bitcoins. Now, cryptocurrency is the future, and going forward, more and more retailers are adopting cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin every single day. We do other types of trading as well, like high frequency trading, like binary options. Personally, I don't do many binary options myself, but the option is open to you. You can trade binary options through our system. And again, we'll show you and teach you how to do that. Now, our platform is second to none. We do not know of any other platform like this in the market, in the Forex market, because we have over 100 plus mentors. So a mentor is classed as someone earning at least 6 to 7 figures every single year from trading. And we are training you from a position of experience, and the mentors that are allocated to you are people that are trading every single day using the same strategies that you will learn. And through our system, you will have access to live mentorship. You'll get recorded sessions as well, but much of the trading is actually live when the markets are open. And all you have to do is, like I said earlier, all you have to do is copy what the mentor is doing. If the mentor is saying buy pound versus the dollar for a stop loss of X and a take profit of Y, you just place the same trades as your mentor. That's all you have to do. And what you'll find, this is how I learned to trade. I mean, obviously, when I first started trading, I did not even know what FOREX stood for. But after spending time through the live training sessions, I became a very adept and proficient trader. And again, the same will happen to you. Once you're sitting down with your mentors and watching them trade and seeing what they do on a daily basis, you will adopt the same habits. And over a period of time, you will become a very, very good trader as well. Now, when I started trading, I was very, very busy running other businesses as well. And all I had was 10 to 15 minutes a day. That's great because you don't have to have initially that much time to learn how to trade. Our system has some, the modules that you will get access to are in bite-sized chunks. So even if you have 5 to 10 minutes a day, you can learn to trade through persistency and consistency. So as long as you're doing a little bit every single day, even if it's 5 or 10 minutes, over a period of time, you can become a very, very good trader. Now, once you join our platform, you don't just get access to the mentors, so obviously people that trade on a daily basis, you also get access to some bespoke software, and you can see several icons on there. I'm not going to go through them all. We have software known as the harmonics that allows you to place trades on an almost automated basis. Harmonics actually maps out the financial services industry. It looks at all the currency pairs and gives you trading ideas or trading alerts based on the analysis that it does on autopilot. And once you get onto harmonics, all you have to do is a little bit of analysis yourself, which we teach you how to do. If you know how to read, you can do this. If you know the difference between a 1 and a 9, you can do this. You do not need to have an A level in math or a degree in math to be able to learn how to trade. That is the good news. We have people as young as 13 who are learning to trade with us at the moment, and also as old, I think the oldest is probably in the mid 70s, who is also trading with us. So age is irrelevant, your sex is irrelevant. Trading does not prejudice against the color of skin, where you come from, where you were born, what you do for a living. And that's why it's an amazing, flexible platform that can enable you to become financially free and leave the daily grind of a job, which is what many, many people have done once they've learned to trade with us. Excuse me. And Harmonics is just one of the softwares that you will get access to once you learn to trade with us. You also, if you choose, get access to Vibrator, which is the scalping software I talked about earlier. And again, I'm not going to talk about that too much at this stage, because we will give you a live demonstration on Vibrator later on in this presentation. Now, the amazing thing about trading is that all you need is a mobile phone and an internet connection. You don't need a laptop. You don't have to have an iPad or any other mobile device. All you need is a mobile phone, and you can trade the largest and most liquid currency markets in the world. Now, whether you like it or not, your money is already being used for trading. If you have a bank account, and you have some money in there, your bank is actually using your money. Whoever your bank is, Barclays, Santander, HSBC, RBS, doesn't make a difference. All the banks are the same. They're using your money and trading with your money on a daily basis. My question to you is, how much money have you made on your money in the last 10 years? How much money have you made on your money in the last 10 years? And whenever I ask this question to anyone, the answer is mostly zero. Interest rates have been extremely low for the last 10 years. They are likely to remain very, very low for the next 5 to 10 years because of the way the economy is going at the moment. At the moment, we are heading towards a major recession. The government has bailed out a lot of people, a lot of companies, and that money has to come from somewhere. And it's the public, the consumer, who will actually have to pay that money back through inflation, through higher taxes and higher prices in retail. And that is to come in the very, very near future. And trading allows you to actually remove yourself from that type of system. So you're not in the 95% system anymore. You're part of the 5%, and you basically create your own economy. Banks are making over $1 trillion every single day, and they're doing it from your money. So whether you like it or not, your money is already being used for Forex trading. So you are effectively already doing Forex trading, albeit via your bank. However, you're not getting the returns. So your bank is, if you have an overdraft, if you have a loan, your bank is charging you an arm and a leg to pay back and make that payment, and also the interest rates, yet they are making trillions of dollars every single day from your money. And that is one of many reasons that you should start trading yourself. Become your own economy. Now, once you join the academy, once you join us, once you start learning to trade with us, you get access to several apps. There's just 3 examples you can see on the screen there. We have Swipe Coin, which actually gives you trading ideas or alerts on cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and all you have to do is copy and paste that information into another app on your phone, and your trade is placed for you. You also trade commodities like gold, oil, silver, gas, and so on and so on. And again, we give you trading alerts on those. And also we trade Forex, which is what I talked about earlier, so common currency pairs. And we trade indices as well, and that is the stock market. So we trade things like US 30, we trade German 30, and again, these can be extremely volatile trades. However, once you get the system, the profits are absolutely amazing, and that's what we'll teach you through the academy once you join us. Now, amazing news, whether you know this or not, we've actually teamed up with Bob Proctor. Bob Proctor is one of the biggest personal development coaches in the world. Trading is 80% mindset, 10% skill, and 10% education. I'll say that again. Trading the markets is 80% mindset. If you know how to trade, if you're an expert trader, but your mindset is in the wrong place, your trades will go in the wrong direction. That's why mindset is so important. And that is why personal development is so important. And that is the reason then that we have partnered up with Bob Proctor. If you don't know who Bob Proctor is, go online and do a search on Bob Proctor. He's one of the biggest personal development coaches in the world. And what he teaches you is how to control your mind, how to handle your mindset. And that is extremely important training when it comes to trading the markets. And that is why the package that we offer is second to none, is one of the best packages in the market. Now, I know many other traders in the market, people that are training other people how to trade, but many of the other companies do not teach you on mindset. So just bear that in mind. Trading is 80% mindset, 10% skill, 10% education. Once you join us, you get the education, you develop your skill, and also will help you with your mindset as well. Now, to get started, we have several packages. One of the most popular packages is the FOREX Academy. It's only $234.95 to get started, which in UK pounds is around, based on today's exchange rate, around 180, 190 pounds. We have other packages as well, like the HFX High Frequency Academy. We have the Digital Currency Academy, which trains you on cryptocurrency, and also a very, very popular package. And one of my favorites is the Elite Academy, which gives you access to everything. You'll get access to the basic Forex education and the mentorship. Very important to mention mentorship as well. You get access to high frequency trading, digital currencies as well, commodities like gold, oil, silver, gas. You'll be taught on how to trade indices as well. And that is the Elite Academy. Now, the good news is that you do not have to pay that monthly cost. I'll talk about that in a few minutes. We have several add-ons as well. So once you become a fairly proficient trader, you can choose to specialize, for example, in gold. You can specialize in swing trading, or you can specialize in cryptocurrencies, or even scalping. And we have several add-ons here that you can choose. So again, the package we offer is the bee's knees. It's actually a very, very comprehensive package. And again, we have 200,000 students all over the world who are trading with us. We are expected to hit 1 million students within 2 to 3 years of today. Now, the monthly cost you do not have to pay, because we run an affiliate scheme whereby if you were to recommend 2 people and they were to join the academy as well, as long as they are active members, you have nothing more to pay. So you've learned to trade the largest and most liquid currency market in the world for just $235 on the basic FOREX package. I do not know any other company in the world that offers you this kind of education for that price. I did some research a while back to look at how much other companies were charging in the UK. In the UK, the average is in the region of £5,000 to learn how to trade. I know many, many people that have paid well over £20,000 to £30,000 to learn how to trade the largest and most liquid currency markets in the world. What we charge you is $225 to learn how to trade. I'm just going to mention one last thing as well. Obviously, once you start trading and making some decent profits, people will start noticing you, and also they'll want to know how you're trading. If you were to recommend more than 2 people, then the company will pay you an income. So we actually get paid by the company to trade, and that income, the affiliate income or networking income, whatever you want to call it, you can use in your trading pot. You can trade with that income, and also you can live off it as well. Now, this affiliate income is something that most other companies do. So if I was to name some large brand names like John Lewis, Carphone Warehouse, and any of the insurance companies, all of these companies, well-known brand names, use this kind of scheme to draw in customers. It's called word of mouth marketing, and a lot of it is done through online means. We have sites like Top Cashback that these companies use to derive customers from, and then they pay an affiliate income to the customer and also to Top Cashback as well. What we do is nothing different to that. The company will give you an additional income if you were to recommend more than 2 people to the company. So you get 2 income streams. Again, whether you know this or not, the average millionaire in the UK, or in fact in the whole world, has 7 income streams. Just by coming onto this trading platform, you'll have a minimum of 2. If you were to trade just Forex, that's 1 income stream. If you were to do cryptocurrencies, that's another income stream, indices, then you've got commodities and also the affiliate income. So we will help you to become financially free. I just want to shut off this presentation now, and we're going to do a live demonstration on how to trade using Vibrata. So I'm just going to see if my colleague is on the call and get her to come on, and she will actually do a live demo on Vibrata. Mandy, are you on the call?
Yes, I am, Dr. Jav. How are you doing?
Okay, I'm brilliant. I can see you. I can hear you. How are you on this beautiful Wednesday?
Yes, I'm good. Well, talk about beautiful. It's been absolutely chucking it down here in Leicester. So
Okay, I mean, the sun is shining. Even if it's raining outside, the sun always shines for me, Mandy.
yes, that is true. That is true. Dr. Jav, thank you so much for your presentation. That was amazing. So like Dr. Jav said, my name is Mandy. I'm from Leicester. And I'm going to take you through a live demonstration of our Forex platform, which I'm really, really excited about, actually. When I got introduced to this business a couple of years ago, I'm going to be totally honest. I didn't know anything about Forex. I didn't even know it stood for foreign exchange. My background was in the corporate world and in education. That's all I knew. And I decided that, you know what, I want a change. Because having worked in the corporate life for 10 years, for 10 hours a day, sometimes even after work and on the weekend, I sat back and I thought, you know what, is this really what I want? And it was all to do with that pensions letter. Because what happened was I received a letter and through the post from Scottish Widows, and they said, dear Mandeep Soki, your pensionable age is 68 and your pensionable income, not per month, but per annum, is £11,000 a year. And that really shocked me and scared me, because I thought, I'm not doing this whole lifestyle, this corporate lifestyle, if you want to call it, for, you know, until I'm 68. It's not going to work. Now, one of my biggest dreams is to retire my parents, which is on course at the moment, and that is to happen next year, summer 2021. So I'm super excited about that. But I could not have a goal that big if I was not earning and having the lifestyle that I have today. Now, I actually do this business with my siblings. I introduced it to them because I said, you know what? We need to create our own economy. I love what Dr. Jav said just then, creating our own economy. Most people out there are panicked about the situation, whatever's going on out there, you know, the redundancies, pay cuts, being furloughed, and all sorts of crazy things are happening. And this is why creating our own economy is so important, because it means that you are the driver and you are in control, not anyone else. The worst thing we can do is actually leave our financial future in the hands of someone else. So for me, it was about, okay, do you know what? I need something where I understand how to multiply money. And my mentor asked me two questions. He said, Mandeep, in the last 10 years that you've been working in the corporate world, how much of that income that has flown through your bank account have you multiplied? And I was embarrassed. I'm being totally honest with you, because the big answer was zero. I had not multiplied anything. I'd spent a lot of it and then I'd saved some of it, but I'd never actually invested or compounded it. Question number two, do you really want to live the same life as your parents, Mandy? Because I can guarantee you they're still working. And I said, yes, they are. My mum still works in a pharmacy. My dad still works in the bank. And get this, my dad works in the bank. And who are the biggest players in Forex? It is the banks. It is the governments. It is the hedge funds. And they don't teach their employees, their bank employees, how to trade. Even anybody in finance, or most people in finance, when I speak to them, whether it's on LinkedIn or people that I know, they don't know how to actually compound or multiply money. And that's why this skill for life is incredible. Now, I became financially free by the age of 31. I'm now 32. And things are going great. And I don't say that to impress you or to show off. I say to impress upon you that this was down to a decision that I made to create my own economy. I was sick and tired of my boss saying, do you know what, you need to go on lunch at this time, or you can't go on holiday then. No, you can't take a day off. Let me tell you a really great story. I was very time poor. The thing I craved the most was time. It was my nan's birthday just before the whole pandemic. It was her birthday. And, you know, it was on a Monday, on a weekday. So obviously previous to doing this full time, I had to, you know, kind of wait till the weekend or after work to visit her. And she lives an hour away in Birmingham. And I FaceTimed her in the morning. I said, happy birthday, how are you? And it was lovely. And 1 hour later, ladies and gentlemen, 1 hour later, I was at her doorstep with a cake, eggless cake, and a bunch of flowers. And that was so good. And it puts a smile to my face because that is a memory that I've created. But obviously, it came from digging my well early, before you're thirsty. That's the phrase, isn't it? Dig your well before you're thirsty. So I really craved time. And now it's incredible because I can say, Mum, where do you fancy going? Dad, where do you fancy eating? What do you want to do? The world is our oyster because we have decided as a family that we want to create our own economy, not the government, not the employer, not someone else, but we are creating a legacy together. And I know that when I do become a mother myself, this is for the mothers on the call, but when I do become a mother, it's about the fact that I don't have to worry about maternity leave or maternity pay. Even for the dads on the call, you don't have to worry about paternity pay because you have created your own economy, and that's what this is all about. So enough from me. I've just shared with you a bit about my experience so far. I'm going to share my screen now and actually show you a product. Now, this product is not part of the platinum pack, it's part of the elite pack, but you can add it on for an extra $22 a month. It's called a web analyzer, and it's a scalping tool. So what that means is that you're dipping in and out the market very, very quickly. So if I just share my screen, if you can see that there, just put a 7 in the chat box if you can see my screen right now, and then we will make a start on this. Okay, perfect, amazing. So this is basically what the web analyzer looks like, and I was actually trading this morning, so I'm actually going to show you some of the trades that I took from this morning. So this chart is live right now, and on the left hand side here you can see all the currency pairs and the trade alerts that are being called through. So just very simply, any trade called in a green color is a buy, market is going up, and any trade called in a red color is a sell. That's where the market is moving down, but either way we're going to profit, and I'll tell you why. I'm going to go through each example, one example of a buy trade and one example of a sell trade that I took earlier today. So the first one that I want to show you is USDCHF. So this one right here. And we're actually going to do this together because this is how simple this scalping strategy is. We're going to follow 3 confirmations and you're going to answer them to me in the chat box. And I'm just going to make sure that the chat box is on public so you can all see that you can all see each other's responses, and we can take it from there. Perfect. Okay. So we're looking at 3 things here, 3 confirmations. You're looking at the red line, the blue line, and the green line. So the red, the blue, and the green. So we're going to go through a series of 3 steps. So step number 1, have the red and the blue lines crossed over, yes or no? Have the red and the blue lines crossed over? Anywhere on the screen, can you see a crossover, yes or no? What do you all think? Yes, yes, you can. Yes, you can. So I'm just going to show you where I entered. So I entered at this point, vertical line over here. So let's just make that a yellow line. So this was actually, was around, whoops. Yeah, just after the crossover. That was when I entered at that point here. So that's where obviously this is before. I know there's a crossover here, but I'm looking at the one that I took. So there was a crossover here of the red and the blue. Question number 2, is the red line above or below the blue line? Now remember, if the red is above the blue line, it's a buy because it's the dominant line. And if the red line is below the blue line, it's a sell. So I want you to look at, after this yellow line here, is the red line above or below the blue line? What do you think? Is it above? Yeah, exactly. 100%. It's above, so therefore signifying a buy. Perfect. Question number 3, and obviously I might have to help you out on this one because I know it's obviously going in the past and showing you a trade from today. But basically, at the time that I took the trade, this green line, if you can just see there, was actually pointing up. So what the green line signifies, the green line is actually the money line. If it's pointing up, it's a buy. If it's pointing down, it's a sell. So here, the green line was actually pointing up. And what this strategy is a guaranteed 10 pip strategy. And I'll explain what that means in just a second. But if I get my ruler and actually measure how many pips this was from start to finish, it's actually around 15 pips. You can see there in the top right-hand corner of the box, it says 15.0. So it guarantees you 10 pips each time. Say if that was £1 a pip. Say if you put on £1 per pip, that's £15. That's £15 in the space of half an hour. Say if that was £10 a pip, that's £150 in half an hour. Say if that was, £100 a pip, Well, you can do the mathematics on that. It's as simple as that. And so we actually teach you how to use this tool, how to use this chart, and so on and so forth. And I actually deliver the training live, by the way. So it's not like you're learning from someone else, or having to drive somewhere else. This is all done online at your fingertips, where we can learn together, which is fantastic. So that's an example of a trade that I took earlier as a buy. I'm now going to show you an example of a sell. So USD. So let me show you this one. Okay, so this one was an example of a sell. Okay, and basically I actually entered. So we're going to do this again together. It was around this point here. Yeah, it was about this point here. Okay, perfect. So this was the chart. And again, let's go through this together. So we've just been through a buy trade. We're now going to go through a sell trade. So step number one, has the red and the blue lines crossed over? Have the red and the blue lines crossed over? Now, when I was looking at this trade earlier, the lines, you can see they've just about crossed over there, but it also crossed over here as well. So we're always looking at the last crossover before you enter the trade. So obviously we can see the red and the blue lines crossed over. So that's step number one. Step number two, where is the red line? Is it above or below the blue line? Now we can see here, I know it's a little small. If I just drag this out, we can see you've got the red line below the blue line. We've got the red line below the blue line. Remember, it's the dominant line. So for a sell, it needs to be below the blue, which it was. And then which way was the green line pointing, up or down? You can see it shot straight down. It shot straight down. Now here I actually caught a few more pips. But again, if we have a look, this was around 60 pips. 60 pips, which is crazy. Remember, at £1 a pip, that's £60. And that was across 2 candlesticks. So that was 50, yeah, that was in half an hour. 60 pips, £60. If that was £10 a pip, that's £600. That was £100 a pip, that's £6,000. So you can actually see the power and the potential of this business and of this industry. Remember, it's a $5.3 trillion a daily industry, and it really, really can provide you with a skill for life. If you learn it once, you can multiply money over and over again from the comfort of your home and from the comfort of your home. As long as you have Wi-Fi or data, you can go in and out the market as many times as you like and catch as many pips, make as much money, 24/5, Monday to Friday. So for me, when I saw this, I thought, yes, well, let's get cracking. I'm going to have a bash at this. I was a little bit nervous because I thought, you know what? I don't have a background in mathematics, but I didn't let that stop me. I was hungry, and I don't mean hungry for food. I was hungry to make a difference to my financial future and my parents. And so I did that. And I just thought, you know, it's a couple £100. What can go wrong? Let's just give it a go. There's no contract. I'm going to have a bash, and I've never looked back. So now, I'm in a position where I'm impacting and helping other people. Dr. Jav is doing the same. But what I'd leave you with is this. How many success stories are you going to hear before you create your own? Remember, we have just over 6 months left of 2020. Don't be the person looking back on 2020 when it hits 31st of December midnight saying, oh, thank goodness 2021 is upon us, because this year did not go well at all. Be the person celebrating your 2020 because you decided to make a change. You decided to take an opportunity that can create generational wealth for you and your family and many, many generations to come. So Dr. Jav, that's all from me, and over to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mandeep. That was absolutely amazing. So everyone, if you can just thank Mandeep via the chat box, that would be awesome. So Mandeep just showed you one of our several softwares that we use, and she gave you a display of Vibrator. Vibrator is a scalping software that allows you to place quick trades, and some of these trades can last seconds, minutes, or hours. So Vibrator is a personal, it's a favorite of mine as well. Mandeep is an expert on Vibrator, and again, thank you, Mandeep, for that demonstration. Now, that's just a small snippet of the training that we do on a daily basis. So we train you every single day, and Vibrator is just one strategy of many that you can use. And once you are on board, once you register today, we'll go through the back office with you, show you where everything is, so that you can actually walk away with a toolkit that will enable you to become financially free. Now, when I started, like I said earlier, I did not have much time. I did not even know what Forex was. I used to look at those charts and think, you know, what are all those reds and blues and what are all those lines doing? However, because we have a bespoke training system, an amazing mentorship system, we help you to become persistent and consistent over a period of time. We teach you and encourage you to learn how to trade through bite-sized chunks. Because of this system that we have, and because of the success stories that we have, you will ensure that you become a very, very successful trader very, very quickly. We have a very, very good success rate. We have over 200,000 students all over the world, and that number is projected to increase to 1 million students in 2 to 3 years of today. Now, we have a learn and earn system, which means that should you join today, you can actually start trading from today using our trading ideas or trading signals or alerts, whatever you want to call it. However, we'll also teach you to become the signal yourself as well. So we give you the wheelbarrow and spade so you can walk away and become an independent trader. We have many, many people, many, many students who are now training their children to trade. I spoke to one of our students, was it yesterday or the day before, and he has a 7-year-old daughter, and he is now teaching her the basics of trading. And you're probably thinking, 7 years old, no chance. However, don't forget, trading is a skill set that you can learn through repetition. So a 7-year-old knows the difference between red and blue. Blue, the candle is going up. Red, the candle is going down. She knows the difference between up and down. She can tell the difference in the lines. And also, when it comes to vibrato, there's only like 3 or 4 checkpoints that you need to know. You know, are the lines crossing? Is the trade going up? Is it coming down? You learn those basic principles, and you can place some basic trades. Now, we've been talking for about 40 or so minutes now. Again, what I would like you to do now is speak to the person who invited you to this call, get back to that person, and they will show you the system, the back office, and also they'll show you how to register today. We have one of the most amazing systems in the world. I was a property millionaire in my early 30s. Today, I'm making more from trading than I am from property investing. Just bear that in mind. In property investing, my average yield, if I can remember, was probably, I think, probably about 6-7% a year. In some cases, it was more than that if I had HMO. In trading, you can make that in a day. Not every day, but you can make your yearly profit from property in a single day in trading. And that is why banks trade using Forex, and banks do not buy property. Banks are Forex traders, not property traders, for a reason. And that reason is that they make much more money from that. And also, banks are using your money to trade every single day, whether you like it or not. Isn't it about time you did the same? Create your own economy. The economy worldwide is different today than it was 3 months ago. Things are changing. We're heading towards a major economic crash, recession, depression, call it whatever you want to. A lot more people will lose their jobs, unfortunately. Prices will go up in shops due to inflation. You need to create your own economy so you are independent of what's going outside. Now's the time to start trading. Reach out to the person who recommended you attend this call. If you've come through to this presentation via myself, you should have my number. If you don't have my number, drop me a chat message on this call and we'll get back to you. My name is Dr. Jav. Again, thank you for your time. I know it's Wednesday evening. Some of you have been to work, whether it's furlough or not, but many, many people are busy at the moment. And I commend you for being on this presentation, for listening to what we had to say. Again, my name is Dr. Jav. I look forward to working with every single one of you on this call very, very soon. Thank you.